here with my boy Smurf. We are back at it like a crack at it.
Back at it like a crack at it.
We had to take a little hiatus just to build a new set, a final set. After many weeks, we are here, man.
We back, and it's only two of us as of the moment. And he's hanging out with Kyrie.
Probably his vacation time.
He's probably on PTO. But other than that, how we feeling?
Good, bro. I finally we get done with this. You know what I mean? And it took some weeks. I feel like I haven't done the show in forever.
Yeah, how long has it been?
It's been like 2 weeks because we had a show and we had a show ready, and that's when we were using the this certain device, and it made it a little harder on the editing. And
Black Magic, get your shit together.
yeah, and that A10 mini it was lagging. It was lagging so much, and there was no way around it. So, but we finally here. We need AC though. You know what I'm saying?
That's the last part.
That's the
so
last.
if y'all see Hector like sweating,
At some point, this beat is gonna
right
come
now.
off. At some point, this. But let's start it off, baby. How you feeling? I didn't even ask you that.
I'm good, you know what I'm saying? Hard work, just working, TSR media.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll. Not a lot of sports going on. There is, but there's not.
Yeah, it's in spurts.
Like
there's
of my interest.
Right. So obviously, like right now, we got the Italy and England game going in the spare time. But let's start it off with the basic. With the NBA Finals. Suns going up
2-0.
2-0. What have you learned so far from both teams?
The Suns are better. To me, the Suns are better. They're the better team. They're the most deep team. And to me, if Milwaukee's going to get back in this series, Giannis has to play the 5. They got to go small. With Giannis at the 5. That's what they need to do. Because right now, look, Brook Lopez was killing the Bucks the first couple of games against the Hawks. And he was unplayable. But then, he went off the next game. Now, that could be the case. He goes off games 3 and 4, Brook Lopez. But at the same time, Budenholzer's getting out-coached.
Yeah.
He survived. He survived so many firings. Because if he didn't win the Eastern Conference Finals, he was out. They win. Same with the semifinals, the Eastern Conference semifinals. You're out if you don't win. They win. And to me, Budenholzer needs to make some adjustments. You're in the finals, bro. And to me, the other point I want to make is Giannis is a fraud, but he's a fraud I kind of respect because he's not scared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He ain't scared of the moment.
That's what we were talking about during that game.
And as for Ben Simmons, he's just not going to shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's really getting no help. No help from Drew Holiday and no help from Chris Middleton. You traded Drew Holiday. The package they got for him, they sent as if he was a top 20 player. Well, he ain't producing. Look, nobody said he was a top 20 player, but you gave up assets like he was going to be your second best player, and he is not producing.
Right.
And I look at the game from a defensive standpoint. You need to press Chris Paul.
They're leaving him wide open behind the arc.
You need to stay close to him.
Because
you need to hound him.
Yeah, you need to hound him. You need to put the pressure. You need to make it harder for him to get to the rim. But going upon it, what I learned is Giannis, though, he really does put a whole team on his back. Like, he might not be the best shooter. He might not hit a lot of threes, but for what he does and what he's good at, he does it very well. and he'll press. He'll push hard. And
like he's going at dudes. Is what I meant. What I mean by it. He's still limited, but he's still going at DeAndre Ayton.
That's what I'm saying, and I think it's weird when the pressure's on him. They don't want to, like Ben Simmons. He don't want to shoot. He's just not confident in that shot. Whereas a Giannis, he'll shoot it, but if it's not his night, he knows how to just like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go after it.
Right.
But D Book, I like what D Book is doing. I think a lot of it. You heard a lot of it this week. Damn, right?
Yeah.
Right? I can't believe you just straight up. With Chris Paul being in it, you heard a lot this week about, Chris Paul. He's kind of like the main headline. But D Book is kind of, he's putting in his stardom. Right? He's becoming a superstar. He's getting over, averaging, I think it was 23 or 24 points per game.
Well, Chris Paul had the good game one,
and then D Book had the good game two. But that goes back on just the team that they have. They're able to spread it around. They have a better all-around team in order to.
And Mikal Bridges.
Yep. And Chris Paul is just being a real good facilitator, bro. Like he's really trying to prove something.
That's the head of the snake.
Yep.
He's 2 wins away.
And that's it. You think the sweep gonna happen?
No, I don't think a sweep is going to happen.
Bucks gotta win one out.
They need to win 2. If they win one, they're losing in 5.
I feel like the Bucks are gonna win Game 3. I don't know about if they win Game 3.
They need to.
I know they need to, but I don't know if they will.
Depending on how they do tonight, we'll see.
Yeah, game hasn't happened yet. It will soon.
But with that being said, up to this point, if Chris Paul wins a title, where does this put him amongst top point guards of all time?
I think he paid his dues. Right? Like I would put Chris Paul. You gotta at least for sure put him in the top 15.
So he's not even in the top 10 point guard of all time.
Winning the title was huge because he was on.
Where was he at before the finals?
Well, regardless, Hall of Fame.
But was he top 10?
I feel like he was top 10.
Okay.
He played on some really good teams, and I think those around him wanted to be more of a star. Whereas he's in a place where they want to be more of a team. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
With the Clippers, you had a lot of stars in one place, and they were fun to watch at times, but they weren't dominant. They weren't imposing their will. He goes to the Rockets with Harden. That's I get the ball type of deal, and this is what I do. You had a lot of stars, and then not really a lot of pieces other than them around them to make it far.
Well, I feel like he's been top 10. I feel like this
Puts him in the top 5?
Nah.
Like borderline, right?
Top 5. Borderline top 5.
Like
Because they call
5
him the point guard, but he's never won a title. Now, with him being called the point guard and then winning a title, that will be
That's puts him there.
kind of like when they were called LeBron the King and he ain't won shit. Like now,
Right. Now you
now
can call him the king.
Um,
Yeah, I could see that.
but
I like what Phoenix is doing, and if they can keep that momentum up and keep going, they just know how to play well with each other, and they know how to play. It seems like they already know how to play the Bucks.
well, yeah, the Bucks don't have a very good half-court offense.
Yeah,
They don't. And that's where Giannis, if he had another level to his game, that would be a little bit better.
They're
More
very
skill.
Yeah.
More skill, but everything is at the hoop.
Right.
Okay. But with that, I got the Bucks winning game 3.
Okay. No, I got him.
And I got them winning game 3 and game 4, going back to the Suns. I just want to.
I need to see how they play tonight.
I want a game 7.
Yeah, home games are crucial. I want to see what they do first tonight, and then I'll make the decision. I'm like 60-40 on them winning game 4.
Okay. With that being said, no more basketball talk. Let's take it to the octagon. Is that what they call it?
The octagon.
Or the hexagon?
Isn't it? Is it an octagon? It is an octagon. Yeah, the octagon.
Okay, let's take
It's
it to
not a
the
hexagon.
Let's
The
take it to
hexagon is 6, isn't it? Where's the octagon? The UFC.
Now you got me thinking. Okay.
I know.
Okay,
That's
the UFC. McGregor pulled a Dak Prescott.
broke his ankle.
Broke his ankle.
And he lost.
Lost.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Lost, but is also washed. He's trying to pull a Mayweather and it's failing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's trying to be like, oh, I can still fight now and beat people, but it's not the same anymore.
But the only difference is
This fool got hurt.
Mayweather is fighting people past their prime, not very well opponents. I don't know. I don't watch UFC, but it's Poirier. What's his name?
Poirier. I think people were saying he's a better fighter. Than
What I'm saying is, at this point in his career, Poirier, is he just as good as when Mayweather fought Pacquiao? All these opponents that he fought that was a threat to him.
No, Poirier. He's still good. Like, he's still in his prime.
So that's the difference between
Yeah.
Mayweather and
Or what Mayweather did is he would also fight them before they hit their prime, like how he kind of did with Canelo. Now he's not looking to fight Canelo. You know what I mean? So, but still though, like McGregor, he's just at that. I feel like it's just at that point, it's kind of failing on him, bro. Like he's got something to prove, and it's just not working out. It's just he's got the money. It's not like he cares about it too. He's also, like I said, he's like right now. It sucks that it happened, and it's hard to talk about that right now because you can't blame an injury. Because it's hard to say because like, okay, all it takes is one punch in those types of sports. So if it doesn't happen, does he knock him out? Does he kick him? Like, if you can't really speak on the what ifs of what had happened, and you see at the injury kind of ended the fight, it's hard to blame him that saying like he's lost. It's just a different McGregor.
No.
Don't you feel that way?
Look, it's kind of like Lakers lost, but we all know Anthony Davis got hurt. As opposed
No,
to
I said in those sports, it's mano a mano.
I know what I'm saying. I know what you're saying, but it's like McGregor lost. I just realized I have my lab mic on here and I wet myself.
I know.
But anyways, what was I gonna say? Okay, so McGregor lost, but he lost because of the injury, right?
Right.
It's like the Lakers losing. No, it's like the Cowboys losing. Like Dak Prescott getting hurt, and it's like, all right, that's why the Cowboys lost. But we already knew the Cowboys was going to suck this year anyways. As opposed to my first one, Anthony Davis, like the Suns ain't here if Anthony Davis is healthy. I'm sorry. If Anthony Davis is healthy, they are not beating the Lakers.
Yeah, but then you're talking about, if the Nets were all healthy, the Bucks are
Exactly, that too.
Yeah,
If the Nets are healthy, they ain't losing. I'm sorry, they not.
okay, but it's a different. That's what I'm saying. It's a different sport. We didn't really know that about McGregor. Now he had only really lost the one fight, the second fight, but was coming back for the trilogy. You didn't know that if McGregor still sucked. Like we gave him the pass on the one. You could lose once.
I just said
that's like the Patriots going undefeated and losing the Super Bowl and be like, oh, we knew you sucked all year. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I guess
you can't. They didn't really suck all year. He didn't always really suck.
McGregor's washed.
I feel like he's a different McGregor.
What does that mean?
So it's that what I'm talking about is like he's reached that level of success and fame and he's on to different things in his career, in his life now. Like whereas kind of like LeBron James was moving to LA and was getting into production and movies and music. Like LeBron is still gonna be good, but he's not always gonna be as okay, I'm not saying that, but LeBron's always gonna be good, but we don't know if we're not gonna say that he just sucks all of a sudden. Because he's proven, his track record is proven. And kind of like with McGregor, he only lost to Mayweather, but we know what that fight was. Mm-hmm. And then he comes back, he loses to, he lost to good fighters though too, but he had already reached that success, that hunger inside him to be the best in that thing is kind of washed, I feel. He's on to other shit. His business is his money.
Okay, well, Italy up 1-0 on penalty kicks. Okay, so enough about McGregor because I think he's washed. But what you're basically trying to say is he's like an athlete on a second contract in the NFL. Like you on your rookie contract and you trying to get paid, so you playing.
Yeah,
you playing.
Yeah.
And now that you got that second contract, it's like.
Now that you got paid, it's like, well, I'm at least good for this much money.
Yeah.
The only difference was Conor McGregor went from making a couple $100,000, maybe he probably had a few million, you know what I'm saying, from UFC because he was a big stardom in the UFC and people watched because of him. But once he fought Mayweather, this dude made $100 million, bud. I mean, I'd lose my hunger too because I'm always eating. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm set.
Yeah.
Why am I going to keep getting beat up or fighting for another million, 2 million, maybe 20 million? Mayweather had to because in those times that Mayweather grew up, it was about him promoting himself, and boxing was the highlight of the sport at that time.
Boxing right now,
it's taking a dip.
I like it, but it's taking a dip.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really watch UFC.
I'm more of a boxing head than I am a UFC head. I'll say that.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, Rachel Nichols. Yo, girl, Rachel Nichols. So
don't be doing that. I don't know her.
You said.
Just playing.
Talk to him about Rachel Nichols while I pull up some Rachel Nichols stuff.
Alright, so basically, I mean everybody knows the story, and if you don't at this point, then here's some spoilers. The main headline is how last year's leaked audio came out of her talking to, I don't know who it was some guy, I don't know if it was a manager, husband, whatever the case may be. She was going off about how they had only hired, what was her name? Yeah, who's the other girl?
Maria Taylor.
Maria Taylor. For the play of diversity within their company to cover the NBA bubble. And she was upset about it. Now, she did give credit in that leaked audio in which she was talking about. She did give credit on what good of a reporter that she's done. It was just more so. I feel like it was kind of like a still mad about not getting that promotion, just got beat out in a promotion, and I feel like I don't know. I kind of feel like if
why'd you stop talking?
oh, I didn't know if that was really her. That's her.
Yeah, that's her.
So I don't know if that was kind of. I wouldn't call it racist. I'm just gonna say it up front. I wouldn't call it racist. I don't think what she said was racist in all of it, but I feel like it did. It was starting to lean that way when she kind of started playing it, and I just feel like she was just like a coworker who got beat out to the promotion, and I felt that at times in my life, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have. So I don't know what you think about it.
Okay, so to me, she was more jealous of Maria Taylor. To me.
Okay.
Jealous of Maria Taylor simply for the fact that she was going to be the sideline reporter, or she was going to be an NBA host, and she was basically going to be like, where does that lead me?
Right.
So she was like, no, I'm not going to do this. You can have her do whatever the fuck she wants to do, but I'm not going to do that. That's how I feel about it. Racist, everybody likes to blame racist shit nowadays.
Yeah.
Everything's racist. Or cancel culture nowadays.
Yeah. Or they make it, they twist it for it to be racist.
To fit their narrative.
Yeah, exactly. Because you've been denied some opportunities or beat out in certain opportunities. And you're just mad. And it's not even the person. I don't feel like she was mad at that person. She was talking. It could have been a German, or an Asian, or an Australian. No matter what it was, it just seemed like she wasn't mad at that person. She was mad at the company. And if everybody out there playing themselves and say like, my company's the best. Some are great. I work for a good company and stuff like that. So I'm not like complaining, but there's people that still complain about certain companies.
Okay.
It's not racist. A company can't. Well, I don't know. It's not racist to talk about your company like that.
So there's speculation that Jimmy Butler was hitting her.
He probably was. Is she married?
Rachel Nichols. I think she is.
Is she married? No, but she married, so she was.
Italy needs to make this for them to win. So during last week's mandatory quarantine period, upon arrival at the Walt Disney Resort, Butler was visited by a security guard who was investigating a disturbance complaint related to thumping noise at the Miami Heat's hotel. Butler reportedly was dressed in sweat and full of practice apparel when he opened the door, had apparently been dribbling a basketball throughout his room. And apparently, what's her name was basically saying he wasn't dribbling a basketball. And they're trying to, Rachel Nichols was saying he wasn't dribbling a basketball. Maybe he was playing one-on-one with Rachel.
Wait. So she didn't know what time it was? What do you mean she said he wasn't dribbling a basketball? Like she snitched on themselves? She dry snitched?
Okay, so keep talking about like.
Well, I'm asking a question.
Right. So that's basically okay. Watch. Let me read it to you. So, ESPN Rachel Nichols hasn't lived the best day since fans listened to her calling out the network for picking Maria Taylor to cover the 2020 NBA Finals based on her record on diversity.
Right.
Okay. NBA fans always find a way to make things bigger than they actually are, and this seems to be one of those cases. Recently, They went crazy over rumors suggesting Nichols' possibly involvement with Jimmy Butler and Ersan Ilyasova in the bubble. That said, fans started researching as they do when players linked up to a team with the team, finding details that fuel these rumors. Somebody recalled Jimmy Butler's visit by a security guard last year with a complaint, disturbance of complaint. This led fans to make up stories bringing Nichols' name to the table. I don't think Jimmy Butler was dribbling a basketball in the hotel room, one Twitter handle wrote. So basically, she didn't say it. People on the internet are saying it, and they think
Right.
he was smashing Rachel Nichols and Jimmy Butler.
Well, I don't see a problem with it, but I don't know if she's married. You need to look up if she's married. I'm like pointing at the dude like
I'm looking some up.
I keep it at that for now. Keep it at that.
Well, regardless of the situation,
The same thing, our level of competition. I keep it at that for now. And keep it at basketball. I know that I have.
Is she married? Is Rachel Nichols married?
Yeah.
Our level of competition.
Why does that matter?
Keep it at that for now.
well, if it's not a big deal,
Yeah,
That-
she's married to Max Nichols.
I mean, if he hit it, he hit it. I don't have no problem with him, hitting it or whatnot. You feel me? If he's smashing and dashing, that's their problem. That's their personal problem. Now, but when it comes to this whole ESPN thing, I don't. See, I told you TV was gonna be a distraction.
And Italy won. Italy won. Everybody out there, Italy won.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
Uh,
Why is it a distraction?
Cause I'm like the hell of trying to talk to you. You're just like, I don't even know if you're listening.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
I forgot.
You were talking about Rachel Nichols and Jimmy Butler. See, now you got distracted.
I don't know. I was talking about the ESPN thing.
What about it?
See, you weren't listening.
I was. You were talking about Rachel Nichols and Jimmy Butler.
You weren't listening.
I was. That's what you said.
Well, I brought it back to ESPN. You were talking about the Jimmy, but I brought it back to the ESPN.
Okay, what about
comments.
ESPN?
The comments. Well, it wasn't racist. That's what I'm saying.
We still talking about that?
I brought it back like a minute ago. See what I'm saying? It was all because of TV. All right, what's next on the dock?
Oh no, we're talking about is she married?
Yeah,
So she's married.
yeah.
What?
We just went with all past that.
No,
We
no.
all
What
went-
about it? No, but what?
I was just saying. That's why I said that's her personal thing. If he's smashing, if he in it, he in it.
Jimmy.
Yeah, that's whatever. And then I brought it back to the ESPN thing. But anyways, next on the dock.
No, hold on. I still want to talk about that.
All right,
It doesn't.
so what?
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter to me if she's married because she's getting it in with an NBA player. How many times can you say you're a TV personality and you getting it in with an NBA player?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. He might not be the only one. If she's been a
Ersan
reporter.
Ilyasova reportedly. Would you?
I'm Rachel Nichols. Yeah,
No. Would you smash Rachel Nichols?
yeah, I would. But I ain't no NBA player. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna look at me like, "Where's my food?" You know what I'm saying? You didn't bring no food over here.
Okay, well, Hector called Italy winning. I picked England. Italy won. Inglaterra perdió. Italia ganó.
So we're gonna be. You owe me 20.
20
We bet
wins?
20.
20 what?
$20. We bet $20 on that game.
Nah, we bet $1,000. I won $1,000.
Let's try to
Anyways,
keep it light.
ain't nothing light about Hector.
Nah. I'm about to start getting light up in this sauna, bro.
Okay.
I don't
So
even
let's
need
react to
discussion.
Chris Sims' top 40. Let's bring it over to the NFL.
Okay.
Chris Sims' top 40. Did you get a chance to look at the list?
Yeah.
Okay. And what you think about it?
You're gonna pop it up right there, right?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
What you think about it? So we'll pop it up on the screen with Hector.
Right away.
When Hector edits this, the video,
Yeah.
you guys will be able to see it.
Number one, okay, I don't mind Patty Mahomes. I'll tell you which ones I have a problem with.
Okay, yeah.
Not as far as
Where they're
just
placed at.
where they're placed at. Josh Allen, number 2, right after Patty Mahomes. I got a problem with that, especially because he's before Aaron Rodgers. You know how I feel about Watson. I would put him lower. Lamar, everybody knows how I feel about Lamar. And I don't see him, I don't think like super top 10. Stafford is good, but I'm not going to put him in the 10th spot.
If he was a
Yeah.
lion, would it be number 8?
I think, yeah, no, I think Stafford's good, but Tom Brady number 10. Like, just leaving him out of, like, the top 2 is probably, he's proven himself. Tom Brady, he shouldn't even be on the list because he's on a list of his own. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. I don't even think and it's weird for me to say about Tom Brady, but I'm also appreciative of the fact that I got to witness greatness in my lifetime in a sport. You know what I'm saying? Year in, year out type of thing. Like, if you think about it, in different generations, it only happens once throughout like a 10, 15-year span. Like a Michael Jordan in the 90s. Those that were really born early in the 90s didn't really get to see that. You know, and like the Cowboys of the 90s, and you witness greatness. And we got to witness greatness. So, Tannehill, number 12 on Joe Burrow, 17. Look, I'm not denying Joe Burrow is good. He didn't finish the season, and we didn't get to see the real ups and downs. Can you not have an early spark as a rookie QB? In like those first 8 games, you win, you go above 500, kind of how Kirk Cousins would do at times. Cam Newton 20 over.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say that. You got Cam Newton number 20. That means he's better than Trevor Lawrence, Jameis Winston, Big Ben, Jimmy Garoppolo. Cam Newton on this list should be 30.
At least
Cam Newton should be on this list 39.
39, 40.
You know who should be 40? Taysom Hill. That is the worst thrower of the football out of everybody on this list.
Number 20, and he has him at number 24.
Ahead of Jameis Winston.
I'd even put Trey Lance over Taysom Hill.
Yeah, everybody ahead of Taysom Hill. Now, how do we feel about Trevor Lawrence at number 28?
I hate when they do that just because they're a starter or they're just coming in. I hate putting them up there. We haven't seen them in the NFL game yet. Like, even not just with Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Trey Lance, Justin Fields. We don't know them yet. We see them in college. How many people in college had a great career? They come over here and they shit the bed.
So this do we put all the rookies last because we've never seen them on the field?
Yeah.
Or do we put them, here and there because we think they're gonna do X, Y, and Z?
Don't put them anywhere. Make a top 25 list. Because in reality, how many quarterbacks are really just good where you can really put them up? You could say maybe a solid 12 to 15, and the rest you're kind of just, all right, let's fit this guy here, let's fit this guy there.
And then Lamar Jackson, number 6.
I don't like that. Now I have a buddy who does. Now I have a buddy that does say that There's a flyer. That does say he feels like Lamar Jackson is a top 5 coach. And because of his impact on the game, because of his running ability. And I don't want to quote him, but people say because he doesn't have to throw. There's a lot of people who say that. His impact on the game is where he doesn't have to be a great passer of the football.
Okay.
But you're a quarterback. You're a quarterback at the end of the day. In those key moments, you got to make a throw. And Lamar Jackson has not made throws.
Lamar Jackson, okay, if we're going off this list, Lamar Jackson is 32.
Yeah.
If we're talking specifically quarterback, he's the worst quarterback out of all 30. He's the worst starting quarterback out of all the teams.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to put Drew Lock up there. He was a starter. You know,
I'd rather take Drew Lock over Lamar Jackson.
Damn, you feel that
Yeah.
high? Okay. I would. I don't think he's top 10 for sure.
Okay, maybe that's a stretch. He's 31.
All right. You put him in the 30s. This dude got a 30 in front of him. And that's the thing. I don't understand why we make different we make like different we move the goalposts for certain or for certain QBs. Oh, Lamar Jackson. No, he's a great QB because of his impact on the game. But then you can have like let's say like a Matthew Stafford. He's really great passer of football, but he doesn't have a lot of impact on the game. But it's like we're talking just the QB play. Like you're checking arms, IQ, skill, reading, like what it means to take a quarterback. Because you can't always have that super impact. Sometimes in the NFL, it's a lot harder to have a team around you than it is like in the NBA. How we were talking earlier with Giannis. Giannis he's not getting no help. He doesn't have a really good team. But we've seen him win games with that. You got that. You got 5. But a whole team, he could have a great offense, shitty defense. Great defense, shitty offense. No line, this and that. That was kind of Stafford's MO.
I like Stafford.
I'm a Stafford fan. I've always liked him.
I like Stafford.
I think he's a better sidearm thrower. He's been doing it way before Mahomes the whole.
Yeah.
He was a baseball player since
And Brett Favre.
Yeah, and Brett Favre.
Yeah.
So I think Chris Sims, look, that's his. At the same time, that's his opinion. I'm not gonna knock him for it. If that's what you feel, it just doesn't align with my opinion. But dog, you put a few guys on the stretch. You put them on a stretch, bro. Like that's too much.
Dak Prescott.
Number 9, you got him in the top 10, so that's why I was cool. He ain't that, like you know what I'm saying. You had a little bit of ass right there, but you got him in the top 10. I appreciate that.
Okay, well, do you have any off the field?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about, so earlier this week, I think you see a lot of, so we're of Black descent, and you've seen a lot of people going after George Lopez because CNN, there was a high school game, basketball game, where one predominantly Latino high school was going to play in a predominantly white high school, and the parents and fans were also talking about, or they were throwing tortillas at these Latino players. And so CNN had reached out to George Lopez and to ask for his opinion, and George Lopez came out and said, like, I told him to call the parents and call them, like, that it was basically none of his business or something like that. So people were like, oh well, they reached out to you because you're like the leader of the Mexican. You have the voice to speak for all Mexican people and of Latin, and you have the platform. I just feel like we want everyone we looked up to, everyone we like on that level who has a platform and all those things. Not everyone wants to be a politician.
No.
Not everyone wants to have an opinion. Like some people are just living their life because that's all they got. And look, does it suck when they don't provide for the communities or whatever? And sometimes
they don't have
to. They do. No, they don't have to. But we don't know if they do. Too. We don't know who they help and what they do behind closed doors. But when you're trying to push someone to be an activist or a politician, not everybody's built for that. Not everybody wants to do that. Some people just want to state their opinions and talk about it, and that's it. But they're not looking to reach out and be activists for the people. Like, and that should be okay too. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you feel about it?
Not every hero has to wear a cape.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be out there on Front Street to be like, hey, look at me. You don't know shit that he's done.
Exactly.
That hasn't been publicized.
But the things that make people look bad always gets publicized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because people were like, oh, he just takes skinnies, and then him and his wife broke up. But we don't know how he set his ex-wife up. I think he left him in the house, like, do it more than what a lot of men would do out there. You know what I mean? And that it irks me that we're quick to cancel people, and we want everyone to jump out there and speak for everybody.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But speaking of relationships, I want to play a little clip.
All right.
And y'all let us know what y'all think about this certain individual in this type of mindset. Hector Rowland.
Had a guy get me a Benz before and put me in a loft space and, you know, set my whole life up differently than what it was normally. And I feel like if you brought me to like this level, and then we didn't work out, but we're still friends, you know, we didn't have beef and no one cheated. It was just didn't work out. But I still, I wasn't going to move from my space because it didn't work out. I wasn't going to give him back my car because I'm not going to downgrade my lifestyle because me and you are no longer together. And I just feel like if you put me in this space and that was under your budget then, what's the difference now? You know what I mean?
You were my girlfriend. I was fucking you.
Yeah, but I was fucking you.
just
feel, yeah, but I personally feel like, no, I'm not moving.
But see what he did was this, though. He gave you the upgrade, but part of that upgrade is because you're with me.
Yes.
You understand? So let me just go, though. So we didn't work out, me and you dating. You feel me? So I'm supposed to keep paying your loft and keep paying your Benz. Now, I get it. You're a true boss if you do that, and that's the vibe we're getting. But Jazz,
no, it's just I'm not moving, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
If you want to stay upgraded, stay with me. If not, go see what's out there.
Oh, so then if that's the case, you want me to stay with you for these items and use you basically?
Not for them. If you want to live like this, it comes with being with me.
Okay, so then you would prefer a woman to just stay with you for her items and her lifestyle. My lifestyle is now contingent. My current new lifestyle that you upgraded me to is now contingent on me being in a relationship with you, and that's the only way I can have it in this moment. Then what stops me from just staying with you for that?
Then Jazz, you want him to keep your lifestyle up, keep paying your bills, keep you on that same upgraded level. No, you were dating a man that had money, so dating him came with a lifestyle. But if we're not working and our love is dead, I don't owe you to keep paying your car note and your mortgage. I'm not entitled to. Now, if I'm that rich, then okay. But realistically, that isn't really my job. You should find you a man like me and upgrade to him and keep your lifestyle.
But that takes time. So I just feel like if someone had me on a certain pedestal, you're not just because we no longer working, you're not just gonna rip the pedestal from me. Or I'm gonna feel a type of way and just as petty and ruin them things.
Nah, bro. Nah. All right, I want you to go off on it first.
This ain't it.
Yeah.
This ain't it. If someone brought you to a certain lifestyle and y'all didn't work out, how can I say this without being sounding hella offensive? But
just put it in okay, diva. We got code words. Okay, diva.
That's such a diva move.
Yeah.
Move.
Super.
I ain't having it. If you ain't in my life, I ain't gonna be supporting you in any way. We could be cool, but financially, hell no. Yeah, especially with that mindset. Now, if you was cool, honestly, cool, nah. I would not be doing it. Especially if you ain't the mother to my kids.
There you go. You said it right there.
And if so, I'm supporting my kids, not the mother. It's optional, but definitely not the kids. What you think?
Yeah, like if you wanted to keep that lifestyle, look, if it didn't work out with us, that's cool. Like you said, we can still kick it. Sometimes it's mutual departures, but I'm not gonna continue to put you under my budget. You know, that was when we were together because we were together most of the time. So regardless of the fact, it's like I didn't buy you a house, but you were staying over. You know, you were living with me. You know, I didn't want my lady to be driving in a beat up car. You know what I'm saying? It's like when Fable took away the Bentley for Saweeties. It's like, okay, yeah, that was with us. Now, if we're married and we get divorced and that comes with the divorce.
And he got that repo, right?
No,
I got repo, right?
It was selling at a dealership in LA for like $220,000, something like that, $218,000. But unless it's like a divorce and I have to give it to you, like legally, and I just kind of walk away from it, that's a different story. But if you just my girlfriend, and we break up after like 8 months, a year, nah, girl, like go find your own. Like I gave you enough time to not do anything while you were with me, especially taking you up to that lifestyle where you could have created something and use this to your advantage. Because it's like they say, a lot of girls know when they want to be with someone for a long time. Like they might be with you, but they like within the first like few months of meeting you, they'll know like, all right, I'm gonna be with him for a long time. Now if she knew that she was like, hey, this ain't gonna work, but hey, I'm living good, I'm eating good, fresh food every day, my nails always done, I ain't gotta go to work. Well, you didn't plan right, girl. Sorry, now we didn't work out. Well, give me that house key, you know, that mailbox key that came in that.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. You can't fall so like that mindset is like a mindset that is traveling and being passed on to other females, little girls.
Yeah. Because now her kids are gonna be like,
well, you gotta hustle X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know.
he should still be paying for your shit.
You gotta flex on Instagram with shit you ain't bought.
Yeah.
People bought you.
Yeah. Especially how expensive shit getting now. Back in the
Don't
day,
it feel like the $14 an hour is the new $7.50 an hour?
hell yeah. like some people start off and I'm like, you make me what? How much?
15, 14?
Yeah.
That's like the new $7.50.
Yeah.
Remember when $9 an hour was like, all right, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
10?
Yeah.
10 is good.
I still remember you get like that 40-cent raise from like $7.50 to $7.90.
That wasn't shit.
Yeah. You were like, oh, I'm gonna make like an extra 100, and you'd be like, I actually pay less. They take more on the taxes.
Yeah.
You know, out of that 40, I only got 5 cents.
Years from now, it's gonna be like
Well, now
$20 is a new $14.
Yeah. Inflation is going crazy, bro. Like it's not. Shit ain't cheap no more, man. It's not. But then it's like you make enough to like scrape by.
Yeah.
That's why people get so mad when people be flexing. Social media killing y'all.
Yo, I got a question. Do people still pay y'all bills, y'all credit cards in person, or do y'all do it online?
I do that shit in person, bro. In person. Hey, it's because there's too many passwords nowadays. Like I'm
Oh,
getting
Hector got locked out of his account.
No, yeah, I just forgot and then just I get let down. So it's so much easier just going in. You know, I make a little stop. It kind of sucks sometimes because I forget. I'm like, I'll go this weekend, go this weekend. But I pay my credit cards and my bill statements, and I still get paper statements. You know what I'm saying? You do everything digital?
Yeah, bro. Like, man, you the reason trees are falling.
Shit, yeah, you're right. And I recycle a lot too, but I need to do that.
Yeah, he got plastic straws, no paper straws.
No, I got the metal straws though. The good ones.
Metal?
Yeah, like
You just sipping metal shit down your.
no, they're like aluminum.
Anywho, TSR show. We back at it like a crack addict. We a little hot in here.
Yeah, we sweat.
That's a wrap. You got anything else?
Nah, I'm good, bro. Hey, well, TSR Media, you see it. This headquarters, we're gonna get AC here soon. But we're gonna be coming out every week, every Monday, consistently.
Monday or Sunday? We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Peace out, y'all. Thank
Later.
you for sticking with us.
Later.